Yeah, so if you don't do your flowers too tall, you'd be able to get it in an envelope. And size-wise, it is 20 by 21. So that in inches is just under 8 by just over 8. So you'd get it in an oversized 8 by 8 envelope. So there we go, quick look. Oh, fingers crossed for tomorrow. What is it, Wednesday? So if they were posted Monday, they should be, shouldn't they? All we're going to see on Facebook tomorrow is, I've got mine, I've got mine, I've got mine. So let's get on with this one, shall we? I'll put this to one side so that I can have a look. Oh, if you wanted to know what colour ink I used on this, it was Dusty Concord Distress Oxide. So that's the flowers and the edging and the little flowers there. So that was Dusty Concord. Excuse my arm. Right, so card base. Starting with the card base tonight. And it measures 20 by 21 centimetres. And you want 2 of them. Oh, brilliant. I can see they're all going to be, or some of them are going to be delivered tomorrow. I bet the girls at the shop were busy. So 20 by 21 and you want 2 of them. So I've already cut and scored one, but I'll do the other one with you. So what we're going to do is along the 20-inch side. That's all right, Samantha. Just starting. Oh no, Jill. Do you have asthma or something? So along the 20 centimetre side, I'm going to score at 2.5 and 5. Turn it completely round, and the opposite end 2.5 and 5. And that's it for the minute. Hi Janice. Oh, COPD, it's horrible, isn't it? My mum really struggled with her breathing, bless her. And she had bronchiectasis, so I know what it's like. So, bringing in a trimmer, I'll show you first with a trimmer, and then I'll explain how you can do it if you don't have a trimmer. So, with the 21 centimetre side, butting up to the top of your trimmer. Hi, Benita. Oh no. That's brilliant that you're writing it down, but not good that you're in hospital. Bless you. Hope everything's okay. So you're going to put the edge of this card going past the trimming blade and onto 3 centimetres. And you will cut from the first score mark, which was 2.5 centimetres, all the way down to the last score mark, which was 2.5 centimetres in. And we're going to repeat this every 3 centimetres. So I'll go on the other side now. So from the first score mark to the second score mark, and again repeating that all the way down, so you've got something every 3 centimetres. I want to look over the top so that I can get it centred up. And then from that one to that one, and then the last one at 3 centimetres from there to there. Okay, and that's all you need to do with your cutting board. Right, that's the same. Bronchiectasis, that's what my mum had. It's horrible, isn't it? Horrible, horrible, horrible. So now you can see that you've got all of these scut lines cut lines. So you've got the 2 scores at each end and then the cut lines going in between. Looks like one of those lanterns that you fold round, doesn't it? That's an idea for another time. Hi, Edith. So now we want to do a few more score lines. I was going to tell you what to do if you hadn't got a trimmer. All you need to do is just measure down 3, 6, 9, 12 and 3 centimetres along, top and bottom. Draw a pencil line and then use a craft knife to cut between there. So there is alternatives to do that. Right, bringing the scoreboard back in. So what we want to do is score every other one. So we don't want to score the top one, but we're going to score the next one at 7.5, miss the next one at 7.5, miss the next one, and the next one at 7.5, and then turn it round. You must invest in a scoreboard. Yes, you could turn it into a bow front card, couldn't you? Just do few more scores on there. So again, the same the other side, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. Or if you don't want to keep lifting it up, Samantha, wouldn't that be good? So if you didn't want to keep lifting them up, you could just put a ruler in line with your 7.5 and just score in between like this. And that's just as simple. So there's options to do it both ways. Oh, I set myself off with ideas, Samantha. I'm my own worst enemy. Just having a slurp of my drink. My fan isn't too loud, is it? Because it's absolutely baking. I've got the curtains closed in here. So we've got 2 and they're exactly the same. And I've done the score and cutting exactly the same. So they're both identical. Right, let's do some folding. So we fold on the 2 score lines. Fold those back. And then fold first one the other way as well. Who else finds when you have nail varnish on that if you drag your finger over it, you get a mark on it? So that wants to go in, that wants to go. Just remembering which way to bend them. So you can see what we've got here. So on the top one you want a valley and a mountain, and then the other one you want a valley, valley, mountain, and just repeat it all the way down. And we'll do that on, oh, lovely swim in the sea. Oh, you can't hear it, can't you? That's brilliant. Oh, I could just do with a swim in the sea. A nice Cornish swim. Bit far to travel just for a swim, really, isn't it? And then fold it back. Just folding it both ways on itself just stops it from cracking. So down, up, and you can see it's quite easy to bend. And then once we've got it together, we can score. we can burnish the score lines. Oh, I'm like that, Doreen. By the time I've gone off here tonight, I'll have forgotten what I've said. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put these back to back and we're going to stick them together. So we're going to stick them together by these outside pieces. So let's bring this in. I hope my glue plays ball tonight. So what have you got planned, everybody, for your floral finery? Have you got any ideas what you're going to be doing? So match up the edges on this. Try not to get my head in. It'd be easier for you to do at home because you can get your head, oops, and not do that, head in the above your project. Some people keep notebooks at the side of their bed, don't they? So what we're going to do next is we're going to stick, so the second or the alternate pieces, they're going to be stuck back to back with each other. So we're going to stick these two and these two together. So we're not going to do it all in one go, we're just going to go step by step. So we've done the first piece and now we're going to stick these together. Does that make sense so far? Hi Mary. Right, so that one, and that one. Give them a burnish. I'll try not to push it too much. So then we're going to do exactly the same the other side. So these three pieces stick into these three pieces over here. So that one, and that one. Okay? So I'll put glue and try and hold it up without, that's it, forcing the other piece open. Just makes it easier if you do it step by step than getting in a mucking fuddle trying to get it all done at the same time. So if you line up the edges, like I say, it's a bit more difficult when you can't get your head in. So going along there, burnishing it down, and we're nearly, you're on your holly bobs, are you? Where are you, Deirdre? And then we're just going to stick the last side down and then that will be our card base finished. That's the best way if you don't know what to do, is just copy what somebody else has done. It really is. Or look on Pinterest and get ideas. Right, so there we've got our shape. So what we can do now is bend it over and burnish all the other score lines, just so that it stands really nicely. Let's get that out of the way, turn it over. They won't all be loose and flapping about in a minute, because we're going to put something on them to make them be more sturdy. Right, there we go. So you can see there we've got our card shape. Yeah, you can see that? All okay with that so far? Oh, there's been so many people, hasn't there, out in the sea, and they've lost their lives. It does look like a fancy building, doesn't it? Like what you get on the corner of a building, where you've got the stones coming out. Yeah, I know what you mean. Right, so these bits here, I've cut some of the orange linen papers out of the coordinating colour pack, and these strips are 2 centimetres by 20.5 centimetres, and you want 4 of those. 2 by 20.5. So all I've done is gone round the edge of these with spiced marmalade, Distress Oxide. No worries, Catherine. And I've just used my finger dauber just to go round the edges like this. I didn't think you'd want to watch me doing that. No worries, Diane. You can go back and watch it on catch up, or I upload it to my YouTube channel when we've finished tonight. So take one of the strips and put this on the end like this. And one the other side. I'm going to do this on the front and the back for these strips. Try not to keep you too long tonight, because if you're anything like me, you're roasting. Oh, brilliant, Jackie. Sometimes if you look on Pinterest, you can just see like a square inch or a couple of centimetres, or an accent that you like. You don't have to do the whole thing. It's just getting the ideas to get started. We all do it. So, last piece. And like I say, these were the orange linen colour coordinates papers, and I've gone round the edges with spiced marmalade. Right, so we've got that on there. So we've got them front and back. So what I'll do now to get the back solid is do the back panel now. This is where we're going to be putting a sentiment. So if you see this one, you'll say, oh no, I need to put my strips on first. I can't put that on before I've done my other strips. You didn't tell me, did you? Right, so the middle strips. So these are these pieces, not the small ones, but the larger ones. The ones that you're going to see on the outside of the squares in the middle, and then either side of the panel on the back. Circular waterfall, no, I haven't. Let me write that down. There's my pencil. Who's stolen my pencil? Hands up, who's got it? Can't find it. Right, another one. Scrap piece of paper. So circle waterfall, and I put lantern down as well, as I gave myself that idea. So the middle strips, so you want 8, 4 at the front, 4 at the back, and I've called these the middle strips, so you want 8, and they are, I do designs, doing fill monthly challenges and challenges. The challenges really do challenge you, don't they? I know it would, Anne. I know. So these are 2.5 centimetres by 9.5 centimetres. And you want 8 of those. And again, I've gone round the edge with the spiced marmalade. You didn't want to see me doing all this lot, did you? Right, so let's add the glue and get them stuck on. So you can lay this flat to put them on. Next one, challenge Saz. Georgine challenges me sometimes, don't you? Because Georgine likes light colours, whereas I like dark colours, obviously. So sometimes she challenges me to do a card with muted colours, shall we say. I won't say dull, because they're not dull. They're all nice. But I like my bright colours. And of course, sometimes I challenge Georgine to do a bright colour, which is way out of her comfort zone. I think what you need to do with the challenges is just look at each individual section and decide, you certainly do, decide what you're going to do and then put them all together. Decide on your colour scheme, decide on what inks you're going to use, decide on what stenciling you're going to use. No worries, Karen. And then put it all together. Don't stick anything down until you've laid it out and you're happy with it. Or, as I do when I'm trying something different, I do it all with copier paper, just to see how it's going to work. Like something like this, I'll cut it out with copier paper, because copier paper is not as expensive as card is it? There you go. Insights into what goes on in my mind. Well, some of it. The rest of it you wouldn't even want to know about. Right, so there we go. We've got strips on the front and strips on the back. So now we can put the back panel on. So the back panel is where we're going to be putting our sentiment. So this is 17 centimetres by 7 centimetres. And this is going to be put onto foam tape. So what you need to do to find it, because it's only going to be stuck to that centre raised piece, which is 5 centimetres. So you only want your foam down the centre 5 centimetres. Oh, Jane, don't. I keep thinking about them, but then I never get enough time. But the winter will be a good time if I don't get round to doing them at all, because Georgine has got another flower that she's come up with now, so I need to find out how she did that. So let's take the backing off these. So like I said with these, you need to put it down the centre. Thank you very much. I did them myself. It looks as though I got glue all over that one. Hey ho. So you need to put your foam pads or your foam tape down the centre 5 centimetres, because you don't want it overlapping onto the side piece. So I'm going to turn this on its side, get it central. I'm just going to have to get it central there, get it central there, and press it down. So that's made that centrepiece there stable now. So all of these are adhered. I think that should have, no, it'll be all right. And this one, oh, I just managed to reach it with the foam tape. Never mind. I'll probably just put a little bit more foam tape under there when I've finished, so that it catches that top one, so that it's not floating free. It is, Doreen, and wasn't it gorgeous? I thought I'd got quite a good tan anyway, Karen. I'll show you my white bit. Look, I've got a white bit as well. I know Phil's is better than that, isn't it? Yeah, Georgina's done a thistle with the boho chic flowers. You will have to put it on Facebook, Georgine. So this is going to be where you write your sentiment. Okay, so now this is going to be the front of the card. And what we need for this are 3 squares, all measuring the same. And I've called these the front panel, and we need 3 of them. And this is die number 10 from the double pierce squares. So let me bring that in. So as you know, I count from the outside in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That one. You want 3 of those. Oh, thanks, Karen. So this is the double pierced squares. So put that over to one side. And all I've done with the, oh, did I give you, oh yeah, it was die number 10, so it didn't have any measurements. So you want 3 exactly the same, and all I've done on all of them is gone round the edge with the Spice Marmalade Distress Oxide. And then what we're going to do with these is we're going to put these like this, and then we're going to put the sentiment in the middle. Don't they look gorgeous, Jill? She's just got a talent with the flowers. So these are going to go on foam pads. But what I need to do is work out where... I'm interested to know where my pencil's gone. Probably on my other desk. Have I got another one? Let me just have a look on my desk. Where are you? I'm back. So, once you've got it straight, we know that we want the foam to go. So, line it up in the middle of there, and the middle at the top, and we know we want the 5 cent. We know this centrepiece is 5 centimetres, this bit here, so you want 5 centimetre gap on there. You'd never understand her, Sandra. She talks too quickly. Everybody that is from Scotland would understand her. I have to tell her to slow down. Slow down. Right, so I just want to cut 2 in half. Good morning. Whereabouts are you if it's morning? to the point. So pleased she's in the design team now, because she can show you all of her fantastic designs. Right. Take these off. And then we can bring the card back in and we can put those in place. I turn it to the side. Yeah, no, that means I have to have my head under it, so I'll keep it flat like this. So I want it almost touching the top of the card, and then central there. Okay. And then same with the bottom, just make sure you have your California. Wow, welcome. I think it's the first time I've had somebody on from the US. So make sure your foam pads are going that way, because one of them I stuck that way, which didn't work, so I had to peel it off. So make sure you have it that way, so it's going to be stuck on there. And again, we're going to line it up with the top of the card and the middle of this panel. So it's stuck down like that. And then the one in the middle, we're going to stamp our sentiment onto, and that one's going to be raised up a little bit more. So let's get the sentiment stamped. Bring out the stamping platform, and we want to make sure that this is level. So I've got a set square which I'm going to put on 2, and then I'm going to measure the top and bottom. So I put the T-square level with the top of my stamping platform on 2, and then I've just measured so that the top and bottom of that piece are in line. Just a little tip there for you. And I'm using one of the Duet collections, so this is the heartwarming ones, and these are the ones where you've got the stamps and dies, and you can cut out the words, and then you've got shadow, and you've got all the other little words as well. So I'm just going to be using Have a Lovely Day, bring in my acetate, put that on there, and then let me stand up and get that central. I'll try not to shout whilst I'm stood above my phone. If you put your acetate too far over, when it folds over, it moves it. There we go. Thank you, Carol. Then I'm going to use my VersaFine Clair Nocturne, so that it's big and bold and it stands out. Gentle taps so that we can make sure it's covered, and then stamp it down onto here. Glasses are falling down. It's hot. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. Right, so give it a little bit of a wipe. You can see I've used this one quite a bit, and put it away so we don't lose it. You'll see with all of my stamps and dies that I round the corners, because when you put them back into their plastic sleeves, the corners always get stuck, so I always round all of my corners off. Put that one over there. Right, we're finished with this. And what we're going to do with this again is to put the foam tape down the middle. Just remember that it's that way up, so you want to be about like that. So put that there and then cut another one. Where's my rubbish bin? What, cutting the corners, Catherine? Get me tool, that's why we have tools, isn't it? So, because in the centre here, I don't know whether you can see. Oh, with the corners of the packaging, yeah. I said, whoa, don't fall on top of my foam pads. As you can see here, it's slightly raised up in the centre, so the foam pad won't actually reach through onto here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue gel on the centre just so that it reaches it. This weather's not good for glue gel, is it? I went to mine the other day and I hadn't had it open and yet it was solid inside. How did that happen? Oh. So all I'm going to do is put some glue gel in the middle so that it meets the other layer. So you'll be all be going along now with your corner punches. It's just the one that I use. Other corner punches are available, but it just punches the corner on it. So with the glue gel in the middle there, it now will bridge that gap. So make sure we get it the right way up. That'll do me. And you can see now, or you probably can't see underneath there, that that glue gel has just bridged that gap underneath. So now we come to the flowers. So the flower, of course I'm using Floral Finery. The new one's Floral Finery 4. That's a mouthful, isn't it? So Floral Finery 4, what am I using? So these ones here, all die cut out of white card. Hi Karen. Oh lovely, hope it's cooled down a bit. So these are the graceful petals and these are the ones that are just solid. And I've used the 6 petal ones. So I've used I've gone for the largest and then I've gone for the smallest. So the largest and the smallest. So I've cut them out of white card. Running out of space. And then the middle layer, I've cut that one there, which is the second one, and that is the radiant petals. And I've just done that in white card. So we've got the contrast in the middle, as we have with this one, with the coloured, the white and the coloured. They will make lovely roses, Sue, yes. So with the flowers, a good tip to colour them, if you're not using coloured card, I'll show you with one of the leaves because I've kept it out to show you, is to keep the cutout, so the waste where you've cut the leaves out of, put it back in there like that. If you need to put some repositionable behind it, you can do, just to keep it in place. And then just take the colour that you need to do it. It looks nice like that, doesn't it? Oh, chucking it down. Whereabouts are you, Karen? So I'll just use my finger dauber to hold it in there. Just means that all the little bits and pieces don't go waggling all over the place. We're just keeping it within the die cut, and there you go, it's done. And this colour is Bundled Sage, and then we can take it out of there again, and all I do with the edge of my leaves is I use peeled paint just on the edges, so just on the edges like this, just to add a little bit of interest to it, because no leaves are just one colour, are they? You will get inky fingers though. And I might actually cut this down a little bit before I tuck it underneath my flowers. Oh, these leaves are lovely. I was forever cutting them out of the other die that Phil did. What was it? Was it an arch, or was it a... I can't remember which one it was. I was forever cutting them out, so I'm pleased that he came up with a die of its own. Oh, it's raining. Oh. Well, it's definitely not raining here. So you would do exactly the same with the flowers. You would just put them back in, and you would probably use a brush or something to do that, and just blend it over, and that's the easiest way. Thank you, Catherine. Oh, sounds as though Scotland's really got rain. So now we're going to shape our flowers. Panel die, yes. Thank you, Deirdre. So what am I going to do with these? I think I will. I'll do these down. So I just get my ball tool and just go round and down to the centre. And because I've not just inked these, the ink has dried, when I turn it over and do the centre, it won't make it go discoloured. If you have the ink wet and you put your metal ball tool round there, as Phil told us the other day, and I'm sure you found out yourselves, it makes it go black. I know, I was watching that on the news the other night. It's awful, isn't it? Are they anywhere near you? Not quite sure of my geography in Scotland. I know where Georgine is. Oh, typical. And the fires in Italy and Spain, France. It's awful. I think it's only going to get worse though, isn't it? And with the other ones, I'm going to put them up. So getting the pointy nose tweezers, putting it down the middle of the petal and just squeezing up. You don't have to have all your petals going in the same direction. You can have some crinkled, some up, some down, some round, some flat. Just play about with your flowers. I think this is what Georgine does. She has so much different dimension on her flowers that it just brings them to life. I think she looks in a garden, don't you, Georgine? Picks a flower and then tries to replicate it, well, as close to as you can. But with Phil's dies, there's always something that looks like a flower. Even though they're not made to represent flowers, they can be made to look like them. So, just using the tweezers again on this centre flower, going round and bending it up, and then we can put them together. Mind these tweezers because they're really sharp. So let's bring this in. Like my fingers, and we're going to offset them with my tweezers. So hold that down. We know when you're quiet, Georgine, you're off in that garden trying to find those different flowers, aren't you? Oh no, Irene, that's not good. I really don't know what to suggest. Do you have a tablet or anything that you could watch it on? Or PC or laptop or anything like that? But having been muted isn't a problem. It would look like sea holly, Doreen. Right, now we've got to decide what pearls we're putting in the middle. So I seem to think there is an orangey one. I think that one's too red. Yeah, very red. So I think what we'll do is we will try these out. I think that'll work, don't you? Yes. Sorted. And these ones are Sherbet Sunrise. Oh, almost sounds so good you could eat them. So let's put some glue in here. You could always add glitter to the edge of the petals, but I decided that I didn't want to for this one. But yeah, you could go all in and add your glitter. Yeah, Robert's kilt is blue, isn't it? So we'll put those flowers to one side for a moment. And what's the next bit? So you can see here that I've die cut all of my flowers out. And these are the Marvellous Mini Flowers, and you get 2 strips, and they've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 27 on each one. And this one was the, oh yeah, it says 27 here. At least you know I could do maths. Yeah, you get 27 on each of these, and one is the 6 petal, one is the 5 petal. So you cut them out all in one go, and like we did with the leaves, you can put repositionable tape on the back and just colour them in. It's easier than taking the individual ones and trying to colour those. You'll just end up with dirty fingers. So then afterwards you can poke them all out, because we're going to use these to decorate the rest of the card. Oh, I forgot to look whether that Sherbet Sunrise has got the 3mm. No, it hasn't. It's only got the 5 and the 8. So I'm going to have to put a different coloured pearl in in these. I mean, that you could use as a stencil, put it through and then stencil through onto a piece of card. Another idea for you. And you could also use the leaves and do exactly the same. Let me take that repositionable off there because I can use that again. It's got a bit more life left in it. So those were the marvellous mini flowers. So we'll put those to one side. And the next thing that you saw me do was the leaves. And these are the spectacular foliage. The false eyelash fronds, these ones. I like that. So these are the spectacular foliage, and I've used the big ones, but I think I'm going to cut them down. Next ones that I've used are the eyelash ones, especially for you, Sandra. They are genius, aren't they? So these are the fanfare fronds. Yes, perfect for confetti. And Dorinda did a gorgeous heart shape. I think Phil showed it, or Dave did, and it was just the little mini flowers going round in a heart. So check that out on the Sentimentally Yours album, DT album, because that one was brilliant. So I've just used 2 of those and I've covered them in Diamond Dazzle. And the last thing that I've used is the Bountiful Berries. The Bountiful Berries. And these I've just cut out of white card again. Just put glue onto the berries and put glitter on. Diamond Dazzled them. So, got an empty tray, look. Right. What am I doing now? What am I showing you? Ah, we're putting flowers on, aren't we? So, I'm going to put it flat and I'm going to get my glue gel out and we're going to put some glue gel on the back of the flowers. Get them in place first and then we can position everything else around it. So, plenty of glue on the back there. Put my lid on. I'm just going to have a drink, slurp of my drink. That's nice. So I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm going to position the centre of the flower about at the point here. Like that. And again, so that looks lovely as it is, doesn't it? And then we're going to tuck the foliage underneath, but I'm just going to snip some off it. So I'm going to just snip it a bit shorter. Because otherwise they're just too long. But I wanted the nice thin stems to tuck under. So I've just taken the last 2 leaves off there. No, they're not speedy, but they're definitely worth it, yes. So what I'm going to do with these is shape the leaves as well. You like the orange, do you, Wendy? This is the colour coordinates paper. So you get the block colours. You could have used the block colour for the flower itself. Whoops. Oh, you get a deal if you will order 3 jars of pearls. Can't remember what the price is, but I know it's a deal. I like deals. So get that like that. I think they want to go up there, so I'm going to put some glue gel on the bottom. fall off. And I think it wants to go about there. So then we want the one that is going in the opposite direction. Excuse me sniffing. Yeah, I don't know whether it's just, is it just the pearls that are 3 are in the deal, buy 3? Or is it the gems as well? I know the pearls definitely. Just have a look on the website. So then I'll put some more glue gel on the back of this flower because I think it wanted to be raised up just that little bit more. There we go. And then I'm going to put the fanfare frond or the eyelashes in the top. And the bountiful berries out each side. So just find the glue gel. Ah, right, yeah. There we go. And then do the same at the other end. So I'm going to take that off because sometimes it's easier. Oh, there you go. Karen's just come back to us. So the multi-buys are... Oh, I didn't bend my leaves up. Never mind. I'll do it afterwards. So the multi-buys are pearls, gems, glitters and oxides. So if you didn't know until now, you do. Oh, the new fronds are lovely, aren't they? They remind me of the It Ain't Half Hot Mum, where, what do they call them? Where they go and they're fanning people. It reminds me, these ones, looks like a fan. Does it you? Or is that just me? So don't be afraid to lift your flowers off to tuck things underneath. And no, I need some. Oh yes, thank you. Thank you. The feather new front reminded me of Offred. Yes. It's the only problem when you've got glue gel, it just moves so easily, doesn't it? And then we can tuck the bountiful berries in. Just make sure that you don't cover your sentiment up in the middle. I would have done eventually, but yeah, thank you for telling me. There we go. So we've got that done there. It's not, Susan. It's so easy. It really is. Really, really is. So you can see now, it would actually go in a DL, wouldn't it? Folds down to DL size. I mean, that would look pretty on the front of a DL card, wouldn't it? So there you go, Susan. You could have exactly the same, but just use it on the front of a DL card. There you go. You could try that first, couldn't you? So now, with these little dinky flowers, I'm going to put, all I'm going to do is, I should have put the gems in them first, the pearls in them first, shouldn't I? Yeah, definitely, Deirdre. Thank you. So we're not going to use all of these, but I'll shape them up anyway. They're really easy to shape, and all I use is a piece of stick, a piece of dowel, I'm not quite sure what this was, and just press in the middle, and that's all I'm going to do to shape them. And you can put them exactly where you want on your card. Nothing simpler than doing this. And these were coloured again with the spice marmalade. And I'm just going to put a big one, get my tweezers, smaller one, smaller one, smaller one, smaller one, and then I'm going to put a big one either side there, and then I'm going to do the same the other side. So hopefully I've got enough left. 2, 1, 2, that's a big one, small one, small one. It won't take me 5 seconds to put these on. It doesn't matter, Sandra. It'll be going on my YouTube tonight after I finish this, so you can catch up with it then. So I'm going to put the bigger one on first, and then put the smaller ones. But I'm going to have to find a different colour to put in the centre, because the Sherbet Sunrise doesn't have the small 3mm ones, so I'll have to decide what I'm going to put in them. So they're really easy, and this is where your tweezers come in really handy. Just to stick these on, and then once we've finished this, the card is complete. When is it that Phil goes to Scotland? Is it tomorrow? Or has he gone today? See, they're really quick and easy to add on there. And you can add as many as you like. I just didn't want to overpower it because we've got a quite powerful front. Last one. There we go. And we're done. Thursday morning. Ah, right, okay. So there we've got our card. I think it's those that's knocking that. And then once they're dry, you can bend them up and shape them. And put them in the place you want them to be. So there we have our card finished. You can see from the top how it folds. Like I just said, you could put it into a DL envelope. They would be really good. I would think that you could buy empty jars on Amazon, or maybe ask Karen if they sell jars. So you've got the 3 panels on the front here, the 2 flowers, all the foliage here, sentiment in the middle, and then you've got the where you can write your message on the back there. Doreen, the orange is really, really nice. These are all the linen shades of orange, and these are the colour block. But yeah, the linen papers are absolutely gorgeous. You've got so many different colours to choose from. I quite like the purple one. Can you see that? Give it a go, Susan. See how you get on. Yeah, remember to give me thumbs up on YouTube. You're going to try it in a pale colour, Jackie. You're taking after Georgine. So you've got the orange and you've got the purple, and if you look on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page, you will see my yellow one. So all we need to do now is for me to whiz down the comments and choose a winner. Jackie, I already explained, didn't I, that I would be posting yours tomorrow. Oh, my fingers have gone sticky. Oh. Just reading your messages. I'm supposed to be choosing a winner, aren't I? Right, let me go to the top again and let me whiz down. Wendy Saunders. Wendy Saunders. Let me know which one you would like, whether you want the purple one or the orange one. And if you just pop your address through to Karen, private message obviously, and then she'll pass that on to me and I'll get it in the post to you. So that was Wendy Saunders. I know you popping back to the caravan, so if you want me to hang on to it, just let me know. I quite like the purple one. Right, thank you ever so much, everybody. I look forward to you trying this for yourselves, and I look forward to seeing your cards. If you've got any questions at all on how it's made, drop me a private message and I'll be more than happy to help you. Okay, thanks very much. Scotland, enjoy your rain, and just send a little bit down here. All right, bye everybody. Bye.